mighty 1290's got to rein in that power. Oh, he's in the inside line. Very doubtful he's going to make it. Wow, look at this. Isn't that cool? I love it. Look where I am, my favorite, almost top secret campsite. And there's somebody here. A maze. Yeah. Check this out. New toys from Moscow. This, but that's nothing. Take a look at that. I love it. Got the Outback Motortech rack. The 25 and the 35 liter offset bags. And don't look at this. That's not the Moscow stuff. No, I do love this bag. It's super light, super simple. We are ready to camp. I'm going to go down to the end. The turnaround's terrible, but it's super private. And there should be a place right on the beach for me to set up my tent. Oh, and the table's blasted. There's no table here. This is it. That's my campsite. Okay, I've popped off the top roll. Now you can see I've actually already replaced this rear seat with this plate. So I've got this huge platform. These are presently 2 water bottles. And then both these guys pop off. I can carry them down to my campsite just like luggage. Get a load of this site. And the water is just, can't wait to get in. So clear. I'm really here to film some TMA stuff, so let's get to it. Okay, first things first. Oh yeah, baby. Woo! Whoa. Okay, back to work. Let's go. Let's get this guy out and go to the shade and just talk about it for a sec. Okay, this is my lovely picnic table. It was in a little bit better shape last time, not much. But here is TMA. I'm going to give you a quick explanation of what's going on here. So I record my rides. 1, so I can save them for later. 2, sometimes I want to share them. And also, it's just neat to look back sometimes. So I'll record pictures like of this campsite, where I went track-wise, and then I'll submit them to TMA. I can either choose to just share them with my buddies, or with my extended group of friends, or with everybody. It's up to you. Let's just quickly save this one. So I paused it. You guys can see where I am. There. We could look at the ride stats. Back to the map. I'm going to finish this off now. I'm just going to leave it July 16th. It's going to go into my recordings. I can add notes later. My happiness. I'm pretty happy about this. It was 39 degrees. I'm wearing that great super breathable Leat jacket. And it worked awesome. Difficulty 1. It was just a gravel road that got me here. I was on Dainty. Who can see this adventure? Well, I'm going to share it with the public. Sure, why not? Enable community comments. Yep, sure, that's brand new actually. Who can see the GPS tracks and waypoints? I'm going to demonstrate something private, everything hidden. Share with tagged users only. So I'm just going to do that. If I want to tag somebody, they'll be able to see exactly where I am. The rest of y'all, no. And who can download your tracks? Well, I've hidden them, so you're not going to be able to see them, but I could also just go here. I could go private, boom, save and continue. I wanted to cover that just because some people are like, Scott, you don't want to give away everything to your favorite areas. You don't have to. You can just share your pictures and like a thumbnail of roughly where you were if you want. I could select the people that I'm riding with, which is nobody. I haven't taken any pictures yet. I will later. I'm just going to save on phone and submit later. I could also do submit journal entry now, but guess what? We don't have internet here. It's awesome. All right. Let's carry on. Success. And we're back here. And we go back to the home page and you can see it's pending submission. So later when I'm connected to the internet, I can just push that, boom, and it will get pulled into TMA web. Okay, that's it for now. Let's go set up the tent. Okay, we're a little further along. Let's just take a quick look. It's a little messy. I got it cleaned up, right? Okay, a few neat things going on here. That's all camera gear. I've got what we call the big Sony in there, the ZVE1, because I got to learn how to use it better and in low lighting. Those are the goggles and the hand controller for that guy. It's fun. We'll throw it up in the air, zip around. Because I'm running the GS today, I've got maybe more stuff than normal, like a camp chair, little table, because I knew I was coming here. Here's my huge tool roll. I got that out for a reason, which is to install these. These are called aux pods. They go on the bags there. And install those. This is all of my food for several days. Clothing, that's my entire kitchen. I think I explained that's water. That came off my bike. Here's a sheet that I have all the time. I use it sometimes for torrential downpours. Today it's my porch and underneath. It's great. Here's another luxury item that it really is amazing. This cot. There's the name, Nature Hike. It's amazing. It's really bulky. It's quite heavy. I still put down my thermoresting, Sea to Summit. And then, because it's so hot, I can just have this really light sleeping bag. My book, like my little hammock up here. This is for my light and my mask. Yeah, okay, next. We'll figure out what's next. Maybe swim time. Yes, this is another really nifty thing that was recommended to me by Taco Greg. Let's see if I can get the top off here. That screws onto the flexi water bottle, and that's a filter. So you put your lake water or whatever in here, put the filter back on, and then you can either fill your bladder or your bottle or just drink right from it. So as long as there's a water source, even if it's pretty grimy, you could be drinking safely. In a weather like this, that's important. Okay, now that I have a minute to relax, I want to show you my primary cook set now. It's not that I'm trying to be some zoomer, ultralight, trendy, whatever guy. I'll tell you the real story. My little stove's right there and a big cylinder. I hate those big cylinders, by the way. It's too big. Little ones don't last very long. I've had this for years. It's a titanium folding stove. Those cylinders that I had ran out unexpectedly because I thought it was much more full. And this is all that I had. And this is a Moab. So I just use little sticks and stuff to cook with it. And that works. It's slow. It's a little bit painful. I put this metal thing around it. I'll show you once it's set up. And then I use a kettle for everything. Just what I'm going to have tonight is macaroni. Well, there is a frying pan back there. That's a different story. Often I will saute a bunch of vegetables and then put it on there. Or in the morning I'll have this, which is amazing, by the way. And then I'll cook a bunch of veggies and just throw it on top. And then, so yeah, we picked up these things at some very little town in southern Oregon. And they work great. It's basically like a sterno. So I put that inside my little wood burning stove and boil my water, surrounded by this just to really funnel the heat up. It works great. There's the metal thing. It's all been folded. You can kind of make it whatever size you need it to be. And you normally would do it this way with this little hatch on the bottom so air would come in. I have to use one hand, so I'm a bit clumsy. And then my pot would go up in there. Boom. Works great. With the frying pan, I have to flip this because the handle wants to stick out. So just flip the whole thing and it works awesome. That looks a little bit ugly right now, but I'll clean it up. There, that looks all pretty now. I'm a little bit more thirsty than hungry, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to do some other stuff. Well, the assembly is going pretty well. I just put one of the aux pods on there. I decided to take out the drone, give it a flight, maybe strafe these guys from a distance. Let's take a look. landing. Thought this looked pretty good. Well done, little buddy. Success. Okay, that's an ox pod. So that's been bolted now to the front side of each of these panniers. Panniers, as some people like to call them. And then this thing, although it looked kind of shriveled, goes inside of that. And that'll hold my camp chair, or what I really like to put in there is my tool roll. Low down, tight to the bike. This would be forward of the rear wheel. And I'm actually going to get the 5-liter ox pod. That's 4 liters. I'm going to get the 5s, put them on the back, which I've never had before. Because you know what? I like the weight low. I think as low as you can go. That top roll, the less I can put in there, the better. Dinner cooking. I'm going to have this Happy Yak meal. Get some water in my little kettle, which ironically I bought in downtown Tokyo in a 7-story tall outdoor store, which I think is hilarious. And I love it. I bought one for Andrew too, because I'm like, if I love this thing, there's no way he's going to be able to get one. Oh yeah, so you can't even see the flame on that crazy thing. So I also have like a little dish that you can put alcohol in, like a cooking alcohol. But these things work fine too. That goes there. This goes like this. And then we'll just wait. Sooner or later, we'll start to see stuff coming up there. If you need to turn up the temperature on something like that, you just pull out more of the wick and it gets way hotter and it empties that thing way faster. I'm in no hurry. Look where I am. This is awesome. I'm told people get a kick out of this, and I really do it. Goes on the boot. A little insulation helps it cook a little better, and I'll stuff something in to help that heat stay inside. There, perfecto. Okay, I've got my bear rope up. I'll show you that in a sec. So what I do is I take my 2 food things, that's food and another one somewhere, there it is, and I hoist them up off the ground. I should really be cooking, like if I was in really bad bear country, I'd be cooking way over there and sleeping over here. But I'm not. So I'll just haul my stuff way up there and it's kind of problem solved, right? This stuff's still stewing away over here. I'll give it a few more minutes. When you're camping in the remote areas of British Columbia, for example, what do you bring for bear stuff? Well, this is what I bring. So that's a pen launcher for the bear bangers, and I have a really bright spotty flashlight, and that happens to be a Fresium rod. If this were winter, I'd have flares and not the bear stuff, and that's for nighttime rescue and snow biking. But I am interested to learn what other people bring. I don't carry bear spray. It goes off. It gets places. Oh, you want to talk about getting places? This stuff I'm holding in my hand, actually. A flake of this super habanero powder got in my eye at the Hum event, the Can West. And she was flushing my eye with Super John Osborne's water bladder, just pouring it into my eyes because I could feel a big flake of this stuff in my eyeball. That sucked. Dinner was really very good. I've been trying to work on my game for working away from home, like off my motorbike. So here's my iPad mini, transfer cable, big Sony, GoPro, and I'm going to download my footage and get to work. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. As you can hear, the bike is warming up. We're just getting ready to go. I've got it all loaded. These are the ox pods. So I put them on the front. I've never had them on the front before. I don't think I'm going to get away because my legs are back here. One thing that's missing though are my stag pegs. Yes, I have stag pegs on this bike normally too, but this interferes with them. I am going to get that changed because, for example, as I leave here, I have a couple of really steep corners to get around, and I would normally engage those stag pegs to make sure there's lots of traction to the rear tire. Well, it could be argued that I have a lot of weight back here. I just have a lot of weight in general. I really don't need them. I don't know, let's call it a comfort thing for me, all right? So let's hop on the bike and do this little bit of off-road and get out of here. As you can see, I have TMA queued up here. I got my safety elastic band on. What I'm gonna do is, well, I'll zoom out just a little bit, context. I like it about there, and then it's gonna start recording. You don't have to record. You can still submit journal entries with just pictures and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just checking I'm in Enduro Pro. I don't want to have any of the driver aids interfering too much as I head up this interesting path. Coming up my first pretty good corner here to the left. Problem. This bike's so easy to ride. For the next 18 kilometers are going to be haul road. They're going to be logging trucks over on the haul road. I woke up at 5 this morning. They're already given her. The nice thing is the dust is down and they've got radios. They'll call me and I'll just be really careful. Before I get in that, I wanted to show you something. So if I go to the waffle over here, I can access my files. And inside files, I've got this folder called the GPS Exchange, which is really cool. That's our feature module. I'm sorry that it's landscape. It's way better in portrait. All of these are adventures from myself and shared by others in the Exchange. And if I find something I like, all I have to do is click, basically send it to my phone. I don't have to export it from the website, import it into the phone. The phone just knows what to do. So if you go on to TMA, the website, and you go into the GPS Exchange, you'll find all these different adventures. And if there's anything you want, just hit the subscribe button. Doesn't mean it costs money, it just means I want to have this. It's a form of purchasing. The difference is that if the creator needs to change it due to fire or whatever reason, if they change it in the website, it automatically updates on your phone. And any of you guys who have been out adventuring using tracks that you've got from other people or even paid for from subscription services, you know that things change and it sure would be nice to have current tracks. So that's just one of the many problems we're solving with TMA and the GPS Exchange. Okay, that's it. I'm going to be on point here. Lots of logging trucks. Be safe.